What's up guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. I wanted to share this fun nail set just in time for Valentine's Day using my Après Gel X extensions. How I put my tips on, I don't just glue a plastic tip on anymore. I use these soft gel extensions that are way better for my nails. It does not tear them up. And I wanted to share that with you guys because a lot of people are still finding out about that. I'm also using this double dip kit that they released just in time for Valentine's Day. It's on sale right now. You get a ton of stuff. I will talk more about that in just a minute. So let's go ahead and get these extensions on. Now, even though the Après Gel X extensions are offered by professionals in a nail salon, you can do them at home. When I offer Gel X extensions to my clients, I'm charging at least $60. So you're getting a lot of savings if you do this at home. I'm sharing the kit that I first started with, and it's $100, which seems like a lot, but think of how many sets of nails you can do. And these sets, if done properly, can last you 3 to 4, even more. I've had a set on for 5 weeks before, after I prepped my nail properly and got comfortable with putting these on. And you can also pick between a variety of tips in this kit, which I thought is really cool. So if you want short tips, get the short ones. If you want long, if you want stiletto, there's tons of different options. So definitely check that out. The link will be down below. So now I'm going to go quickly through the prep. I've already prepped my nails off camera, but I'm just kind of going through and showing you what I do. I push back and trim the cuticles, and now I'm going to file off the shine with my Melody Susie drill. If you need a good drill that's not crazy expensive, this will be linked down below as well. I get it off Amazon. And I really like to focus around the cuticle area just to get any dead skin that's still laying on the nail that will cause it to lift if you are leaving that on and not properly prepping the nail. So definitely work on your prep. It'll help your nails last a lot longer. After we do that, I'm just cleansing with some alcohol. And now it's time to size our tips. They come from a 00 all the way up to a 9, I believe. And once you go through these tips, you can always just buy replacement of a size 7 if you're out of a size 7 or a 3. So that's really cool, I think, without buying a whole new box in the exact same shape and size you want. So I properly fitted all my nails. Now it's time to prep the nails. This ensures that the full extension will be properly adhered to your nail. So these are not like a press-on nail that you would just normally do with nail glue that you find at Walmart. These are made of soft gel. First off, they're not plastic. So that means the soak off is so much easier because it's made of gel. You can soak it off and put on a new set without any damage. So here's 2 primers. One primer is not in the kit, and that's the one I'm using right now. I ordered this to test out to see if it's any different than the primer that's actually in your kit. Right now, I'm not finding a big difference, so definitely don't feel like you need to get that. After we've prepped the tips, now it's time to prep our natural nails. These are the steps that they basically do at a nail salon. They dehydrate first, which is what I'm doing right here, and then they go in with the primer. Those are both included in that kit I showed you. If you already have some, then you could probably just use what you have. I typically let my primer set and get tacky for 2 to 3 minutes before I go on with my gel. Now they make the Extend gel in different forms. They make it a pot gel that you have to scoop out with a brush, and then the gel that's in the bottle, which I prefer. I think it's way easier and faster, but just showing you the options. They just came out with this new Extend gel that's supposed to have like a primer in one. So I'm just testing that out just to see if it's any better, but use the gel that's in that kit. It works just fine. Now I'm going to take the cute little hearts that was in that double dip nail kit, and we're going to kind of do a little design with the gel extension that's going to be more crystal glass-like with the hearts just floating around in it. So I'm just coating some base coat first into the nail, and then just placing these random hearts. I think I grabbed some red, some pink, just all around it to where it looks like they're floating. Then you're going to cure that for 30 seconds to where they don't move around, and then we just proceed like a normal tip application. After that's cured, I'm just going to set it to the side. We'll be placing that on our nail in just a minute. So let's go ahead and move on to the actual application of these soft gel tips. So I am using the Extend gel first to just paint all over my nail bed. You want to be careful not to glob a bunch on. Just make sure you have enough that covers the entire nail and there's no sparse areas. And then we're going to stick it in our lamp for 30 seconds. I could not find my après lamp that came with my kit, so I have another one. You can use that, or if you have a bigger LED lamp, I find that it's a little easier to cure your whole hand because, you know, your thumb gets left out of that little bitty flash curing lamp. So now once those nails are cured, we are going to put that same gel into the tip well. And again, don't overload it because it'll squirt out the top and it'll get all messy around your cuticles. You want to keep it inside that nail, but you want to do enough to where it's going to properly adhere. This is what took me a couple of attempts to finally get right. So if it's your first time doing this, don't be frustrated. Practice. So I just slowly apply that to the base of my nail, fitting right around the cuticle line, not going over it, and slowly pressing up to where that gel moves towards the tip of my natural nail. And as you can see, that took a little time. Take your time doing this for a proper mess-free application with this gel. I do transfer my hand over and apply my index finger to hold it, and then once it's really cured, I put my other finger on it, if that makes sense. I don't know if that made sense at all, but you figure out ways to kind of hold the nail down until it gets properly cured. I do turn my lamp upwards, as you can see. It's way easier with these little lamps to flash cure these on, and what I mean by flash cure, that means I'm holding it on the nail with this light for 10 to 15, 20 seconds. After that, I will get my big lamp to give it a big cure, like a final cure. But flash curing makes the process go faster, and it makes them not move around while you're going from nail to nail. So speeding up this process, it's the exact same thing for each finger. You definitely get faster the more you do this. By my 5th set, I mean, I felt 100% confident in this method. So now grabbing that heart nail that we designed earlier, we're just putting the gel in the same way like the other nails and applying that, holding it under the light for 30 seconds. And then we're moving that light away. I've got all my tips flash cured on, which are half cured, not full cured. So I'm putting them in my big lamp for 30 seconds. If you don't have one of these, don't worry, use the little lamp. It just may take you a little longer in the process. So this is what they look like. Now I'm going to go around the cuticle line with my drill. This just helps it not be so bulky right there, just like a nail technician would do. You can skip that step, but I find that when I put product over it, it looks more natural. I'm going to cut them to my desired length and shape them with a file. They're already pre-shaped, so this goes so fast. Having these tips already shaped to your preference is amazing because it speeds up the application process by, maybe even 20-30 minutes, I would say, because shaping and filing is something that I hate. So that's definitely one of my most favorite things about using these tips. Now I'm going to go in with my dip powders. Yes, I put dip powders over my Gel X extensions. These are actually made to be applied with gel polish over them, but I don't like gel polish. It chips. I do hair. It never lasts. I love dip powder and I love polygel. So I apply polygel or dip powder over these Gel X extensions. But if you prefer gel polish and you're great at painting, go for it. I have tons of dip powder tutorials on my channel. I'm wanting to keep this video under 15 minutes, so that's why I'm speeding things up. So if you're interested in an application, a thorough application of me explaining every step, please check the links down below. But you really just do the same steps as if this was the natural nail or a regular tip. You apply the base all over the nail, you dip it in, and I clean up around my cuticles before that powder dries just to have a nice cuticle line. When you look at the picture of the design of these nails, it kind of looks a little complicated, like, oh my gosh, I never could do that. But with the Gel X extensions and having that heart accent nail, that was super easy to do. And the other nails, I'm just basically doing a solid color. I did do a vertical ombre on my pointer finger. I'm going to show you how I achieve that. It's so easy. I'm just going to apply one dip of the light pink all over that index finger. And now I'm going to show you how I do my vertical ombre. I'm just going to apply the base all over the nail like I normally would. And then if you have any type of old makeup brush, use it. It makes this process so much easier. I'm just picking up some of that powder and tapping it where I want it to be. Now I'm trying to not make this such a harsh line. That's why I love using a fluffy brush to do that. It kind of diffuses it to where it's not like a straight line ombre, if that makes sense. So then I'm just going to dip the rest of the nail into the powder to coat the other side, because remember I painted that whole nail with base coat. Now I'm going to clear cap my nails because I'm adding a little bitty tiny heart at the cuticle of each one of these nails. I thought this brought everything together and made these nails so cute. So I'm just painting the base coat all over the nail. Then I'm grabbing one of those little bitty hearts and placing it right at the cuticle line. This is so easy to do. It takes no time, and it just pops your nails just a little bit more, makes them a little bit more extra looking, I guess. So after you get that heart placed where you want it, just dip your finger in the clear. Now this is by far one of my favorite kits from Double Dip, but they did not include a clear, which I don't know if they ever include a clear in any of their kits, but it's something that I feel like they should totally start doing because clear is super necessary for stuff like this. However, Double Dip's prices are so affordable, so you could get a jar of clear for like $7 or $8. Just add that onto your cart if you are interested in getting this kit and you do not have clear. So I'm going to activate my nails. This is what makes your nails hard and foolproof, so you can go in with your filing. Again, if your application for dip powders is really nice and clean, this takes no time. I don't ever show my filing just because I think I'm not that great at it, honestly, and it's really hard to hold in a camera for you to see. And then I file around the cuticle so they're not super bulky. I'm just going to hand file that heart nail just because there's no powder on it, but I want to rough up the surface so my top coat sticks down good and lasts. And then we're going to grab some alcohol and use that to dust off all the dust. Now, I prefer a gel top coat that requires a light to cure it, but in the Double Dip kit, you do get a normal dip top coat that you just have to let dry. Their top coat is super shiny, but I just, again, prefer a gel top coat. So that about wraps up everything in this video. These nails took me no time. I believe it took me probably around like 30-40 minutes to do each hand, which when you're doing it yourself, that's pretty good. When I started this out, I was like doing my nails for like 3 to 4 hours. Again, if you're interested in this dip powder kit, which I highly suggest you get because not only it's Valentine's theme, these colors are just great all year round. I do have a discount code with Double Dip Nails that will save you 20% off. When you go on their website, just click the kits option, and as you can see, it's $46.99 right now for the full kit. They do have a powder only option if you don't want any of the liquids or the hearts, but if you use my code Heather20, it will save you about $10 almost, bringing this kit to $38, which is pretty dang good, considering you spend that, if not more, for one set of nails at the salon. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and this video. Give it a like. If you did, please subscribe. And since my comments are turned off, feel free to follow me on Instagram and interact with me there if you have any comments or questions. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, a great week, and I will see you in my next video.